pre-approved for a mortgage can feel a little like a triggering topic. Whether you've just started thinking about it or you're already chatting with mortgage lenders, the mortgage loan process is no doubt one of the more stressful parts of buying a home. But the truth is that getting pre-approved really isn't as complicated as you'd think. So let's dig into the simple steps you should take to get pre-approved for your first mortgage. Hi, I'm Bethany, and I'm the founder of Find My Way Home and also the Geary Group at Keller Palmetto. If you want to make buying your first home significantly easier, start now by hitting subscribe to my channel. As a realtor serving my clients for 18 years and an investor who buys homes, I know what you need to know. And I'm here to help you with your own goal of achieving home ownership. When we talk about getting pre-approved, we first need to understand why it's so important. What exactly is the benefit for you as the buyer to take this step? Well, there happen to be several. First, it's going to alert you to any possible roadblocks that could keep you from buying a home in the first place. Some of those could be not having enough credit history, having unpaid accounts, maybe needing to save some extra money for your down payment, and it could even alert you to fraudulent activity on your accounts. When it comes to credit scores and your credit history, if you have something that you need to work on financially, it can take several months to resolve that issue. And then from there, it can take several more months for you to see that update on your credit history and have a positive effect on your credit score. It's better to know that now and get a head start, putting yourself in a much better position to buy later on. Second, it's going to tell you the maximum amount of money that you can borrow, the interest rate, what loan programs that you'll qualify for, how much money you need to have in the bank, and most importantly, what your monthly payment will be. Those are all pretty important things to know before you start shopping for a home, right? In today's competitive market, you're going to need that information when it comes time to make an offer on a home. And lastly, it's going to allow your buyer's agent to know exactly how to help you when they're searching for homes that might be a fit. This way, they're not sending you homes over your budget or that might not qualify for the type of financing that you're getting. So now, how do you go about getting pre-approved? So your first step is to connect with a local mortgage lender. You'll want that to be someone who has a reputation for providing great customer service, also being patient with holding a first-time home buyer's hand throughout the process, and also having loan programs that are going to help you accomplish your goals. If you're wondering where you're going to find that person, I would recommend asking your buyer's agent for a referral. As agents, we match personalities all the time, and we also know what programs are going to best serve our first-time home buyers if we have a basic understanding of your financial situation. Your second step is to set aside some undistracted, focused time for the application process. You'll want to commit to at least 30 minutes. And today, it's really as easy as opening your email and following a link from your mortgage lender to an online application. And you can even save your progress as you work through that application and come back to it later on if you need to. If you run into any trouble or maybe you don't understand what you're being asked to provide on the application, your lender can always plan to meet you in person if needed, or they can even take your application over the phone or maybe schedule a Zoom call to do it over a Zoom. Your third and last step is to have all your financial documents easily accessible to you, whether it's being able to grab them from an online account or having hard copies saved in a file somewhere. You'll want to have copies of any debts that you have, things like credit card bills, student loans, car loans. You'll also want copies of your 2 most recent pay stubs and the last couple years of income tax returns as well. You also need to have information about your different bank accounts and how much money you have in each of them. If any of that sounds overwhelming, just remember your mortgage lender is going to be able to answer any of your questions, and they can jump in there and explain anything that doesn't make sense to you. Once you've completed your application, a lender should be able to process that information and get back to you within a couple of business days at the most. They'll be able to share what you're approved for, they'll be able to answer any questions that you may have, and they'll even have possibly some follow-up questions of their own about your application responses. They might even have some guidance for you, some recommendation on steps that you can take that would possibly put you in an even better position to buy before you get started on your home journey. Getting pre-approved, while it might sound scary, is really a pretty straightforward process once you understand the process. But the home buying journey does not stop there. Be sure to click the video on your screen now to learn what else you need to know before buying your first home.